Well, Dylan, it seems like our most recent nightmare has come true because they're actually doing it. Gunther versus Pat McAfee at
Mm-hmm.
BackLash. That's what we're going to talk about. The PLE known as BackLash is this Saturday. We talked about the Pat McAfee and Gunther segment in the last episode. And it was funny listening back to that episode of the podcast and just like
I
how
hate.
confident we were. Like, yeah, it was just like a one-time thing. They're not gonna do this. And like, it could be like, what
It
if
was
it's a
wishful
match? And
thinking.
so it's just like
Yeah.
it was just like funny listening to that. So yeah, we're gonna jump into these backlash matches. So Dylan, we're recording this before Monday Night Raw, so I'm assuming they're going to add at least one more match by the time this comes out. So what matches do you think they could potentially add?
Jay versus Logan feels like we're getting that, right?
Yeah,
Maybe not at Backlash. Maybe they're gonna build it a little more. I hope
hopefully
not.
not.
Yeah, I hope we're just getting it at Backlash for a quick first title defense for Jay. That's definitely an option. I think Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn is interesting. After what happened last week, or some sort of tag team match with Sami and somebody versus Braun and Seth. Um, I think those are probably the two big ones. Anything else off the top of your head?
Um, no, maybe Sammy versus Braun. Um, but I feel pretty good that some variation of Seth, Braun, and Sammy will be on this card. I was thinking maybe like we don't really have. I don't think we have number one contenders for the world tag titles, the women's mid card titles on the card. Um, I don't think Io's going to defend on the card because I feel
I
like it
think we
would
had a
be
number
a
one
Raw match.
contender match for the tag titles last week,
Oh, did we?
but I could be wrong. I think it was between the War Raiders and someone,
Hmm.
but I can't remember
Yeah,
who
so
they
maybe
went up against. Oh yeah, they went up against Finn and JD. I think Finn and JD won.
Oh. Oh, interesting.
We'll see.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure they won
Maybe
though.
they put that on, but
I don't think they put
maybe
it on
you think El
Backlash.
Grande
I don't think that's
Americanos?
on. Nah, not on Backlash.
Okay. Interesting.
No, I think it's probably some, like you said, some variation of Sammy, Braun, Seth, and then Logan and Jay. I think it's the only other.
Do you think that they run back Jade versus Naomi again?
Potentially.
Or maybe Tiff versus Nia?
Potentially. Oh yeah, I think that's another option as well.
Yeah, so
Tip versus Naya. So
it
we'll
wouldn't
see. There's a few other options. I mean, we can throw our predictions in. Like, so if they're gonna run back Jade and Naomi, I think Naomi wins this one.
agreed.
Um, okay, and then obviously whoever Tiff is going up against, if
Tiff
she's
is winning.
wrestling, she's winning. Yeah, so we're on the same page there. So and then I think we're on the same page with Jay. If Jay goes up against Logan, Jay's definitely winning. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
um
Um hmm.
and then I think the other thing would be some variation of Seth, Braun, Sammy. I think whatever variation that Seth, whether Seth is wrestling or in Braun's corner, I think the Seth, Braun, Heyman trio stands tall potentially with another member
Okay.
if that is to happen.
You have any predictions on who could be? You want to drop any official predictions on who could be another member if they're added at Backlash?
I think carrying Cross is really interesting, especially now that he had a little interaction with Sammy.
Oh, I meant to tell you this a while
Um,
ago when you brought it
mhm.
up, but I saw somebody else point out on TikTok that Cross does wear his hair the same way as whenever he's on screen with somebody. I saw
Cool.
somebody
You
else
should send
notice
me
that.
that for sure. That's sick.
I don't think I'll be able
Then
to
I
find
feel very
it.
validated. That's okay. I just feel validated that somebody
He's the
else
only
saw it
other person
because I
I've
kind of thought I was
yeah.
reaching. But if somebody else saw it, then I think it's
They had images, they had proof, and it was true.
no. Yeah, that's what I said. Like I really noticed when I saw him with AJ because I was like, his hair looks fucking weird. And then I was just like, oh, wait, his hair's like AJ.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, he was wearing that bun when he was talking to Sammy.
Mhm.
And then I was like, oh, and then so yeah, then I connected it all.
Yeah,
Um,
so which is awesome. I thought of another interesting name. Maybe I don't know how much sense it would make, but I think this is just I was thinking potentially Damian Priest
that is interesting as well.
because my main reason behind that and like we can get your thoughts real quick on it, but it feels like he needs something new. Like I feel like
Yeah,
his like
I
current things like kind of getting stale. Like I wouldn't mind like a heel turn because I think he would work better as a heel, but it's just like I just think he needs a bit of a change up.
yeah, I can get behind that. I think it would probably do pretty well. Yeah, I don't hate it.
So let's jump into the first match that we're going to talk about here. I guess we could just get Gunther versus Pat McAfee out of the way. Um,
Yeah, dude.
what,
Gunther's gonna kill him.
why do we have to do this?
So I
I don't have faith, Dylan. I do not have any faith.
know what I think's happening.
Yeesh.
I think he's gonna like kill Pat, and then while he's killing Pat, uh, Goldberg is gonna come out,
Dear God.
and they're gonna set up. Like I'm almost positive. Like I just feel it in my soul that
Yeesh.
it's Gunther versus Goldberg at SummerSlam.
Mm. Well, I have a weird feeling that McAfee may get a win here.
No, that ain't happening, bro.
Dude, I hope it's not. I just have a bad feeling in my stomach.
No, dude. Trips isn't gonna do Gunther like that. Trips loves Gunther.
Well, and I'll tell you this. Not only does Gunther need to win, there needs to be no doubt in my mind that Gunther was ever going to win
Yeah,
the
he
match.
needs to kill him.
Like, Pat can't get in a single ounce of offense.
Pat needs to be off of TV for a while after this because he's hurt.
Yeah.
Like that's what needs to happen.
And I don't think they're going to do that. I think Pat's going to get in a flurry of offense.
I think they might do like a little something like he tries, but I think it's gonna be Gunther's like very quickly like maybe he catches Gunther off guard, but once Gunther is like I think the match doesn't go more than 5 minutes.
Let's hope. Because like they're like this shouldn't be a wrestling match. This should be a fucking beatdown.
Bell to bell,
Like,
less than 5
just
minutes. Potentially less than 3. I literally think Gunther might just like I think it might be a thing where like
so.
Pat like runs up and gets a punch, then hits the rope and gets a punch again, and then and then it's like Gunther just kills him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, I know Pat has wrestled a handful of matches, but he's a commentator. Like you can't have your commentator
yeah.
in that ring and get in a flurry of offense on your former world champion. Like they're like they just needs to get the shit kicked out of him. Like it's just how it has to go. Your Gunther is wrestling a commentator. He needs to beat the piss out of him. And if that does not happen, I will be very upset. If McAfee gets in any flurry of offense, I will rage on the next episode of the podcast. because it just cannot happen. There needs to be zero doubt in my mind while watching it that Gunther is going to win. And that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
I've been traumatized by WWE before, and I still haven't been able to get over it. So I am very hesitant to believe that they will do the right thing. But it seems like you're a bit more optimistic about it.
I just have faith in in how they view Gunther and how Triple H views Gunther. Like, I'm just like, Triple H isn't gonna have Gunther lose to Pat McAfee. Like, he's just not.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Vince move. Like, and we'll see.
Maybe it's a
rightfully
Dwayne
agree.
Johnson move to fuck over
Nah,
Triple H.
We'll see. And no, it's not happening.
All right, so let's move on to the next match. We'll talk about the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, Dylan. You got your champion, Lyra Valkyria, is defending her title against the newly heel turns Becky Lynch. We got a women's mid-card title and a PLE, man. We're doing it. Talk me through how you think this match is going to go.
Yeah, so first thing I'll say is the heel turn from Becky last week. Really enjoyed it. Or 2 weeks ago, and then we got the promo last week. Of course, revealing she is the one who attacked Bayley. I think that'll, of course, probably lead to a feud with Bayley down the road. When Bayley does come back, and I think that'll be a big situation for Bayley to get a feud as the babyface with Becky, and kind of show that she is on Becky's level, because she is. Like, she is. So, with that being said, I'm really excited that this match is on a PLE, like you said, the women's mid-card titles on a premium live event. It's in a big spot because you got a big star going for it in Becky Lynch. And I think the right call is to put it on her, and that's my prediction. So I think Becky Lynch gets the win here, becomes your new women's Intercontinental Champion. I think she holds it for a little while. We'll see what happens. I think Lyra probably ends up taking it back off her eventually, but however we get back there, I think having heel Becky run with this women's IC title and really establish it is a great idea. And then having her then drop it to someone like Lyra, who can get it back for a second time, or somebody else potentially, then you have a huge star like Becky putting over somebody young and putting them into that next position. It's just like, that's the best way to go about certain stuff. And this is one of those things, in my opinion, that it's like you're debuting a title, put it on one of your big heel stars, and have a young up and coming babyface take it off them after that heel establishes the title. So I think, and I think Lyra's done a very fine job doing what she can to establish that title. But obviously, putting it on Becky gives it a lot more spotlight, because you know Becky's gonna get spotlight. And I mean that rightfully so. She's a star, so like it'll be good overall if she's the one who comes out on top, and that's my prediction.
Yeah, so I'm fully with you here. I actually think Becky's going to win it as well, and I think giving Becky a win here would also help build Lyra up as your babyface, because it gives the fans something to get behind. I'm assuming there's going to be some cheating tactic for when Becky wins, maybe foot on the rope situation, ref's back's turned, clocks her with the title, but Becky's not going to win cleanly. It's ultimately, it like you said, it's good to put a new women's title on one of your biggest women's stars. And then it's also good for someone else who you're trying to build up as one of your company's bigger baby faces in Lyra. So I think putting the title on Becky is the right decision. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So let's stick with the mid-card titles, because we're going to actually, this would be a good time for a t-shirt check, because I forgot until I thought about this match. I'll kick us off
no
here.
worries.
Keeping it on theme, I got the Jacob Fatu level 500. Let's see.
Hell
Boom.
yeah.
Very
Love it.
nice.
That
In
is a
honor
great
of
trick.
his first U.S. title defense, I had to break out my second Jacob Fatu T-shirt. Bought it not too long ago, and I love it because I love Jacob Fatu. So,
Hell yeah.
what do you got on, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm rocking. This was a gift for Christmas this year from my lady.
Nice.
Great gift. Degeneration X. You got Triple H, China, Sean. 2 words for you. Suck it. Yeah, can't wear this one
Very
in public
nice.
as much. So no, I like to wear it to wrestling events, and then of course had to throw it on for the pod. And I was hyped to get one with China on it. That was one that specifically Aaron wanted to get me one that had these 3 on it. So
Yeah.
she found this one, and it was very cool.
Yeah, so Jacob Fatu defending his U.S. title against Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight. Dylan, how you feeling about this match?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. This is going to be a really fun match.
It'll be match of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jacob Fatu's got to come out with a W here, right, man?
Oh, 100%. Zero doubt in my
They
mind.
they just put this title on him. They're not going to take it off him. I think having this fatal 4-way is a great spot to not completely like squash any of the other 3 members in the match. They can all kind of get tied up with each other. You can bring weapons into the fight, and then you can have Jacob Fatu go over huge, potentially just moonsault to each man. Like maybe he's got all of them in the ring and he goes to eat like 3 different turnbuckles. I don't know, something crazy. We're going to get it. It's going to be awesome. But Jacob Fatu is retaining that title, baby.
I fully agree. I would assume if I had to pick someone for who's going to eat the pin, I would say probably LA Knight, because maybe Drew and Priest get too caught up with each other, and then they kind of take each other out, or Fatu takes them both out. But I feel like we're still going to continue Priest and Drew as a feud further down the line after this. Also, I was surprised that they made it a fatal 4-way, even though we did bring it up last week. But I think this is also good for Drew McIntyre's character, because he was the number 1 contender and he got screwed over again, because now he's got to compete with 2 other dudes in this match. So it'll be interesting to see Drew's first promo. I assume it's going to be on the SmackDown before Backlash. But again, this will probably be match of the night. I think these dudes are going to just beat the hell out of each other, and it's going to be awesome. It'll be interesting also to see if Solo Sikoa plays a factor into any of this at all, because now we're really slow building this tension between Solo and Jacob, and we're waiting for that implosion. So it'll be interesting to see if this Solo and Jacob implosion revolves around the U.S. title or if that's post U.S. title. But regardless, they are doing a slow burn with it, and I'm very excited to see where that goes. So let's move on to what's going to be the main event, Dylan, because we've got a historic match. The year is 2025. We have a heel John Cena defending his 17th WWE Championship against a babyface, Randy Orton. Talk in Randy's hometown. Talk me through this one.
Crazy, man. Right?
Yeah.
Definitely each other's biggest rivals, and probably clashing for the last time is what they're kind of billing it as, it seems. So seems like this is going to be a one and done, no rematch. And I mean, Cena's going to win.
Yeah.
But it's going to be heartbreaking to see it, which is crazy. It's going to be heartbreaking to see John Cena beat Randy Orton. But yeah, man, I'm just going to enjoy it, because this is just like, I'm just going to sink into the couch and just feel like I'm 9 years old again, and I'm watching John Cena and Randy Orton for the WWE title, man. And it's going to be awesome. I think they're going to pull out the stops. I really do. I think these 2 men know each other probably better than any other 2. Like, I think Cena probably knows Orton better than any other opponent, and Orton probably knows Cena better than any other opponent. So they've gone up against each other probably more times than they've gone up against anybody. So I am very, very excited to see this. And it's in Randy's hometown, man. That's going to be sick. It would be so awesome if Randy one day can potentially tie the record and sit there at 17 with John. But it feels like John isn't going to let him get one.
No,
get
he's
one
not.
this time. So what do you think, Mark?
I'm with you. 0 chance Cena loses. Is Orton landing this punt kick?
Probably not. Cena doesn't feel like the guy he's going to hit it on, right?
Yeah, because if he hits it, he's winning.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't hit the punt kick and lose. It sucks that KO got hurt. It really felt like it was meant for him, right?
Oh, yeah. It had his name all over it.
So, I mean, that's not the only reason it sucks he got hurt, obviously. But
maybe that's
for
how
a bunch of other reasons.
Maybe that's how Cena retires, is like later down the line, Orton punt kicks him and he kills that legend.
Yeah, dude. I like it.
Not a bad idea.
But yeah, I don't see him bringing out the punt. Maybe he'll punt John Cena's dad again. That would be cool.
That would be insane.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But yeah, I got to go with Cena keeping it here. And then we might even get the return of Cody at Backlash. I mean, it's only been a few weeks, but Cody won't be out much longer. He's the guy. So
yeah, it feels like after we're done with the Randy stuff,
yeah,
that it feels like Cody's coming back.
Yeah, it feels like they were giving Cody a little bit of time. I think based on where we're at now, I'll ask you 2 questions. Do you think Cody's taking the title back off of Cena during this run? And when do you think he does it?
Man, so I've had a tough time with like this timeline now. I think that it does feel like Cody's the one to take it off Cena.
Yeah, right? Especially after taking that loss.
But, like, I mean, I feel like Cena could hold the title for almost till the end of the year. Like, because that would really help build up Cody as like their last chance, their last saving grace to beat Cena in that last, which I would assume they're going to do a PLE in December in Cena's hometown. I would be very surprised if they're not going to do something like that. But it also wouldn't surprise me if Cena actually left with the WWE Championship and then they just kind of did an updated design on
that
it.
Just buries the title, though. Cena's like literally been saying, "I will leave. They will create a new champion. That champion will not be the champion." So,
yeah,
you really can't do that. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
I agree.
Yeah,
it would make him fight the heel.
Yeah, for real. And then he just stays heel forever. He's just a dick forever. Yeah, it feels like Cody's the one to do it. Maybe it's SummerSlam, but that feels too soon, to be honest.
I know.
But you never know, because, like, I don't know what their plan are. Like, they might want to turn Cena babyface again before he retires, right? Like, you don't...
That's always an option.
Yeah, so it's like, especially if the original premise of this whole heel turn was him teaming with The Rock, and now The Rock just isn't there. I think they might...
Is The Rock showing up at Backlash?
Dude, I fucking pray to God not. And if he does, I hope somebody jumps the barricade and beats the shit out of him. Like,
What about Travis Scott?
I hope even less that he's there.
Randy,
I hope even
Travis
more
Scott.
that someone jumps the barricade and beats the shit out of Travis Scott. No, if Travis Scott is there, he better get punt kicked. That's what. If we need a punt kick to Travis Scott,
send him flying into the crowd, and then have everyone beat the shit out of him. I forget who it was. I meant to bring it up last week or the week or right after Mania. But I think it was David LaGreca who was just like, You were telling me that the difference maker is 140 pound rapper.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
It is very true.
Yeah. So praying for the love of God, just let Randy and Cena go out there and wrestle. Let Cena hit him with a belt or get the tights or do some shenanigans. Leave The Rock, leave Travis Scott out of it, especially after all of the backlash that they got, no pun intended, after WrestleMania. Like, so many people were hating on that main event because Travis Scott, because The Rock wasn't there. And hopefully this is just more of a case for The Rock to learn to stay away, that we don't want him involved in our stuff if he's not going to fully commit
I have a
to
weird
anything.
feeling he's going to be like, see?
And I'm trying to not get fired
they
up.
all wanted me there. And then he's going to show up at Backlash. So I hope not, but.
Yeah. I mean, for the love of God. Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I know you're watching this because I know you watch every time people hate on you. Stay far away from WWE.
You're Google searching your name, being like tweets that say bad stuff about The Rock, and then you're looking through them all.
Probably
that's
got
what
some.
Dwayne's doing.
Probably got some ghost accounts. This is not a work, as you say. This is real heat. We do not want you in professional wrestling anymore.
This is real heat, Dwayne. I'm talking real heat. You don't know what you're doing.
All right, Dylan. Any last thoughts, predictions about WWE Backlash before we sign off?
If Travis Scott shows up, he will get punted. So that's my.
Let's. Hey, everyone.
He will get punted.
Send
by
out a
Randy
prayer
Orton.
that he's going to get punted by Randy Orton. So you guys drop your Backlash predictions down in the comments below. With that being said, I'm Mark Izzo. He's Dylan O'Brien, and this has been another episode of the Burning Hammer Podcast. We'll catch you next week.